Yo, peoples, this is your favorite character from One Piece in the 4Kids dub, Sanji here. We're here to introduce to you the first chapter of One Piece in the year 2017. So after we're done here, I might be able to cook up some food for some beautiful girls. I just want you to know how much I hate the One Piece dub. The 4Kids One Piece dub. I'm sort of ashamed to say that was the first version of One Piece that I actually watched. Oh boy. I just recently, I don't know why, subjected myself to watching a couple of episodes to see how bad it was. It is so cringe. Not cringe-inducing, it is pure cringe. But anyway, on to the first chapter of One Piece in the year 2017. Chapter 852, The Germa Failure. And who do we have in the first page? Frontispiece requests a maestro-looking bear being moved while staring very intently at the art in display in Robin's solo exhibition. So we have a lot of animals, including Chopper and a crocodile, looking at a picture of Chopper, and it's called Kawaii. Funny. Also, I'm trying out the new mode for me recording. I'm trying out doing it in 60 frames, so let me know what you think of it. Or if you prefer if I did it the normal way I did things. Go to the next chapter, please. Okay. A dark plan festers in the night that falls upon the chateau. Whole Cake Island inside the chateau infirmary. Who is this? Who is this? What tough skin and what marvelous healing ability. So these are the modified humans of the Germa, huh? As long as she rests properly, she should easily be able to attend tomorrow's tea party. Oh, this must be Reiju. Let the Vinsmoke family know that we'll be keeping her here for a night. They must be quite worried. Now, we must check the infirmary on the 4th floor as well. Yes, sir. Thank you, please be careful. Or is that the soldier saying it? Thank you, please be careful. But we see a dripping... We see someone standing that's covered in wetness. Sanji! And Reiju's just laying down on a pillow blinking. That must be the after effects. Is this the after effects of her having her mind wiped? It's just sort of leaves like a semi-vegetated state because she's not saying anything, and neither is Sanji. As he flips a cigarette. And she's right there. Sanji? Ugh. Yeah. My legs! I was walking around the castle when I ran into some soldiers that were screaming about an intruder, and I got caught up in all of that. Well, no, she's saying, and I got caught up in all of that? She doesn't remember anything. And a soldier's tied up, I guess, outside or inside the door, so... Oh! You won't be able to remember it properly. Your memories have been overridden. Huh? Oh, yes! Sanji, tell her! We get to see if this is what I talked about the weakness of the devil fruit in my last video. If someone tells you the memories that were wiped thanks to Pudding's devil fruit power, her mem fruit, will that come back to you? He says, I'll tell you what happened. Oh, come on. And in the prisoner's library... Who is this? Who's doing all of this? Someone's setting people on fire. All of them being set on fire. Is this Luffy's Red Hawk? Yeah! Hurry, Nami, Luffy. Wait. Did Jinbei set the books on fire to let them out? Also, Jinbei's back. Hooray! But did he set the books on fire to get him out? And Luffy's on fire, Nami's on fire. Blah! We made it! I get the feeling we've been through something like this before.
Sorry about that. The only way I could get you all out of there was to burn Mondou's books. Called it!
She. Guess I didn't have to rip off my arms after all. Thanks, Jinbei. Come to think of it, we first met in the prison.
Didn't we, Luffy? Look, there were so many other prisoners beside just you two in those books. His world of books ability is as infinite as his imagination. Big Mom has many capable underlings.
Thank you, Jinbei, but why are you here on this island? Nami speaking.
Ah, yes, well, my sun pirates are also one of the crews under Big Mom.
What? But what about, isn't that...
Yes, rebellion. There's no going back now. Wah!
Is this Jinbei laughing? This is the first time I've ever seen Jinbei laugh.
Wah ha ha ha.
Is that his laugh? Wah ha ha? I'm trying to remember, did Jinbei ever laugh? So the unfinished business you said you had to take care of on Fishman Island?
Yes, I just took care of it.
We're getting reports of screams from the prison's library. What's going on?
They're as fast as ever. First things first, gotta hide somewhere they can't find us.
Whoa, all of a sudden I'm so hungry. Classic Luffy.
You can worry about your stomach even at a time like this?
Luffy uses up 3 times as much energy as a normal person just existing. It's fine, it's not like I said I wanted to eat anything. I'm it flashbacks to him saying, I'm not going to eat any food you make, I'm only going to eat food you make for me. So Luffy's really sticking to it. He's hungry, but he's not eating any food unless it's made by Sanji when Sanji gets back. Anyway, thanks, Jinbei. Sanji proposed to me, I'm going to shoot him dead, and this is flashback of revealing her dark Charlotte side to Luffy and Nami. Things are looking really bad. Both me and Sanji were tricked. I gotta go tell him. Take care of Nami, okay, Jinbei? Huh?
And he just takes off.
Wait, he just takes off in front of the reinforcements that are coming down to investigate the prisoner's library. Luffy, wait! The castle is crawling with strong enemies. I can't tell who's saying that, either Jinbei or Nami. Luffy, did you already forget what happened this morning, for crying out loud? Next one. Infirmary. You believe me? Of course, you'd never deceive me. But to think she went that far. Pudding. She did seem a little too good to be true, so I went sniffing around. She was going to kill us all, marriage or not, from the beginning. All that stuff about marrying her just to save Luffy and the others, that never would have worked out anyway, would it? I thought I could smooth all this over just by sacrificing myself. What a joke. Even our father, for all that he is, seems to have taken this situation a bit lightly, but it's for the better. I think the Germa should just die out here and now.
What are you saying, Reiju? And I'm saying that. What is she saying?
I'll just pretend I haven't heard a thing and let Big Mom's plan play out.
What do you mean? You'll die too, Reiju.
Oh, worrying about me, are we? I guess that last bit of memory of us is a bit troublesome, huh? There's no need to feel indebted just for me having saved you back then. Just get out of here with the straw hat, Sanji.
Huh? Even if I was able to do such a thing, what happened to the Baratie?
Worry about that after you make it out. If you stay here, you and everyone else will die. There's one memory I have that I simply can't put out of my mind. Mother and father's big fight. I realized what exactly it meant only much later. Mother was firmly against making the 4 of you, soon to be born, into unfeeling machines. Stop it, those are my children. Ooh, we get to see interaction between Father Vinsmoke and Mother Vinsmoke. Stop it, those are my children. If you rob them of their hearts, they won't be even human anymore.
Then let them be monsters, as long as they can win wars. I will give only my kids the ultimate power.
Ultimately, she was forced to undergo the surgery, but in an effort to put an end to Father's wild ambitions, Mother took a drug strong enough to react with the manipulated lineage factors of the children inside of her. What? So these kids were already experimented on before they were even born. Wow. How would you even do that? Okay. Oi, what are you doing, Sola? Her name is Sola? Sola Vinsmoke? We found out her name! Nice. And we see a picture. Actually, I figured, okay, so here's what I'm going to be doing from now on. I apologize for y'all missing all this stuff up until this point, but this is how I'm going to do it. Alright, so as you can see, that's Sola Vinsmoke right there, laying on the ground. So apparently she took some type of drug that I guess would cause her to die or something, because she's laying in a pool of her own blood. Alright. So that's what I'm going to be doing from now on, showing y'all what I see, so that way y'all not left out until y'all read it. But it was all for naught. You three brothers started showing signs of their superhumanness one after the other. Good. The operation was a success, Your Highness. Shall we further edit their blueprints using drugs, my king? Well, this is quite strange. Only Sanji is. So, the reason why Sanji is the most normal out of the crew is because the drugs that his mother took was the one that affected him. He was the only one that was affected by it. That can't be. Let us wait for him to grow a bit more. Sanji fed an animal? That's a sign of emotion. He shouldn't have any. So, in addition to making them superhuman, the drug that was induced into the children when they were younger also caused their emotions to deaden up. Though I think Reiju might be a slight exception to it, because she actually shows some emotion other than her brothers. Well, more human-like emotions. And at the same time, Mother began to weaken before our eyes due to the after effects of the drug. Reiju, you know Sanji made me a lunchbox the other day? You continue to grow into more of a human with each passing day. Then, I'm the reason her life. Don't think of it like that. Mother was happy from the bottom of her heart. She didn't regret a thing. Guess what Sanji said to me today? And this flashes back between his mother. Get better soon. He's the best kid in the world. But father wasn't willing to let that slide. He faulted you for everything that happened and became even harder on you. Sanji is a worthless failure. But you are no failure. The child that mother protected with her very life. The only one that was born with any trace of real emotion. That is who you are, Sanji. And that is why you are kinder than anyone. Oh, and she says this with tears in her eyes. You gotta love Reiju. Oh, Reiju's so nice. Alright, moving on to the next one. And he's speechless. He can't say anything. Alright, back outside. Where'd he go? It looks like he's already passed through the first floor from the prisoner's library to the second floor. And he's got this one underling in a chokehold. A seriously large underling, but spit it out! And he's apparently feeling the after effects of stretching his arm so much. Because he's got this dude in a chokehold, but his arm is splitting on the side. Where is Sanji? The Hall of Treasures, in front of the doors. Lady Smoothie! Them thighs! Another problem. About that, it's Boss Jinbei. He's currently inside the castle and a rebellion. Report the following to all soldiers. Yes? If we report any more untoward news to Mama's fickle ears, tomorrow's plans will be affected. True. Mama has been waiting for tomorrow's plan for a long time. True. What do you think will happen if it all goes up in smoke? The unthinkable. And they have like the whole shaded scary face like, the unthinkable. This is the 4th floor. Seal off all corridors leading here, and deal with the intruders on the 3rd floor or below. I see. Understood. If speed is of the essence, I believe killing them may be faster than attempting capture. Fine, whatever, I give you permission. Yes, ma'am! Oh, latest smoothie. And we go back to the infirmary with Reiju. Forget the Germa and get out of here, Sanji. The Germa cling too fast to their old laurels. They're nothing but destroyers. This world doesn't need them. What Big Mom wants is our science and technology. She doesn't have much interest in the life of your savior either, by the way. She'll dangle that floating restaurant over your head just as an excuse to kill father and your brothers. And it's what they deserve. A bunch of murderers. So now we see full-fledgedly that Reiju doesn't like anybody in the Vince Smoke family other than Sanji. I was wondering if it will fully show up, but now we see wholeheartedly in this panel. It's not like I have any special love for those guys. I hate them too, but I don't want you to die alongside them. I have emotions left in me too, but I've been modified such that I cannot disobey father's orders. I'm an accomplice. My hands are plenty dirty. I deserve to die too. Come on, Reiju, don't you dare! We need you, Reiju! Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention. That bracelet, it won't explode or anything. I switched it out for a fake. Thank you, Reiju! Now he can fight! What? Any other excuses for why you refuse to leave the island? Get it together, Sanji. Take a hard look at the most important things. Call the minister! Straw Hat's broken out of prison! You're never going to meet people as amazing as the ones you have now, as long as you live. Oh! And then we just have a final channel of Luffy saying, MOVE! Oh, y'all gotta see this. Check this out. Oh, Straw Hat is ready, but it also says no chapter next week. We'll be back the week after. And it says in the final post, to the important things. Chapter 852, end. Oh, I thought that was a good chapter. I really did. And I might try doing a tablet from now on so that way I don't have to move my camera around as much. I might try that next time. But overall, this was a good chapter. Reiju, I wouldn't say that Reiju got her memory back because Sanji did ask her, hey, do you believe what I said? Yeah, because it doesn't sound too far-fetched. But that comes later. First, we get to see Jinbei again, and he set fire to the prison library as one of the only ways to get Luffy and Nami out of the prison book that they were stuck in. I was wondering how he was gonna get them out, but I didn't think he was gonna set the place on fire. But I guess that's Jinbei, so that works. But we also hear that they also reconnect the dots when he says, hey, I got some business to take care of, and the Straw Hats actually touch on this. And he says, yeah, I've already paid my debt. What debt he paid, he did not say. And I did not see it either. But overall, we see Jinbei free Luffy and Nami. Luffy still hungry, but still reluctant to eat unless it's food prepared by Sanji. And he takes off through the castle in order to go get him back. Even though his arms are shot, pretty much. I mean, every time if from that one panel, if he tries to grip something too hard, his arm tears. So, I wonder if that's going to play into the final fight that's going to happen for this arc. I wonder if his arms being so pulled and so ripped and torn from him trying to break out of the prison book, will that have an effect on him in the final battle of this arc? But that's another thing. Sanji tells Reiju everything that her mind was wiped of, and Reiju believes him because she said herself it all seemed too nice at that point. So we also hear how Sanji's mom died, but also why Sanji didn't turn out like Ichiji, Niji, Yonji, and Reiju. Like this whole, like how he didn't turn into a machine this whole time. So we find out that his mother, by the name of Sola Vinsmoke, we finally find out her name. I don't think I remember her name being told in previous flashbacks, though. I don't think. But Sola Vinsmoke took a drug that would counteract the effects of the modifications that were done to the kids that were still in her womb at the time, to make it so that they would, I wonder if in her mind she thought that the drug would encompass all the children, but I guess it only worked on one, Sanji. And that's the reason why he's been called a failure, the reason why he's able to show emotion, the reason why he's not so superhuman and as tough as his elder siblings, is because the drugs that his mother took while they were still in the womb reacted to him only. Now, Reiju, I wonder if it affected Reiju just a little bit, because she still has emotions, but she said herself that she cannot defy her orders. She cannot defy her father's orders. She cannot defy her father's orders, and she still has to do what she says. She still has to do what he says. I'm getting tongue-tied. She still has to do what her dad says, even though she doesn't want to. So I'm guessing some of that drug may have affected her as well. That's why she hasn't turned out as soulless and as heartless as her other brothers. But we also see that Reiju says that out of everyone that was born in that family, Sanji is the kindest. Oh, the love of a sibling, it touches me so. Then we see some more of Lady Smoothie again. She doesn't really do anything in this chapter other than telling them, well, it's better to kill the intruders than to capture them, because if any more bad news gets towards Big Mom, before the wedding, then she'll probably go ballistic, and every plan that she made for the Vinsmoke wedding the following day, it still hasn't happened yet. All this stuff is still happening in one day. So many chapters and all of this stuff is just happening one day before the wedding. Oh man, I wonder if they animated, when they animate this, if you could just go straight through one day, just how many hours would all of this have taken? But that's neither here nor there. We see Lady Smoothie's telling them it's better to kill them than to let them run free, because if Big Mom finds out, then she'll go ballistic, as I said before, and everything for the plans of the wedding tomorrow would be ruined. So just stop them on the 3rd floor and the rest of the floors, while Luffy's going through each floor trying to find Sanji. And like he has one dude in the chokehold saying, "Take me to where Sanji is, spit it out, where is he?" And then the final chapter we have is of Reiju. We don't see anybody else. All we see is just Lady Smoothie, Luffy, Jinbei, Nami, Reiju, and Sanji currently, because we don't see anybody else. But we see that Reiju is prepared. Actually, before I get to the end part, Reiju strongly believes that the Germa army and everything concerned with Germa should die out, including herself, because they're like an ideal. They're like old-fashioned, and they're stuck in their ideas, and the world doesn't need them. The world doesn't need Germa anymore, so they should just die out. So apparently Reiju has some idea of letting some of the Vinsmokes die in the wedding, but allowing Sanji be the one to live. So that's that. But she says that Sanji should live because as she says in the last chapter, you're never going to meet people as amazing as the ones you have now, as long as you live. And she's right. Sanji's never going to meet anybody like Luffy, Zoro, and everybody else in the Straw Hat crew. I mean, with anybody else, he would have turned out like some normal pirate that would have got beaten by Luffy had he not joined him. And then we had the final panel of Luffy saying, "Move!" as he's trying to find Sanji. Overall, I thought this was a good chapter, a good revelation of Reiju and her thoughts on everything. And I can't wait to see the next chapter, but unfortunately we don't get one next week. So I hope you all enjoyed this chapter. I hope I wasn't too long for my first video for the first chapter of One Piece in the year 2017. Hope you all enjoyed it. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you all in the next video. And as always, later, peoples!